What is up, Ninja? OJ over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE news video. Today, we've got some awesome information for you guys on Friday to round things out with Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy that has got some high sales on the eShop charts. Also, Fairune Collection that has been dated for the Nintendo Switch, and Smoke and Sacrifice that has also been dated for PC and Nintendo Switch. So let's go ahead and get right into this. And we are starting off with Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy on the Nintendo Switch, and kind of branching into a further discussion when it comes to Bandai Namco support on the Switch. A lot of you guys have made it loud and clear that you want games like Code Vein, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet, and more from Bandai Namco to come over to Nintendo Switch. Well, in order for that to happen, we have to see sales of their games. So far, we've passed every single test, guys. When it comes to Pokken Tournament, when it comes to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, there's been One Piece. All of the games have sold better than expectations when it comes to what Bandai Namco wants for their titles on the Nintendo Switch. And it seems like Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm is no exception to that, because it's charted number 2 on the eShop charts and continues to climb. I know it started out, I think, in the teens, then it climbed all the way up to number 2, passing up Rocket League and being right underneath Stardew Valley on the Nintendo Switch. And of course, Stardew Valley has gotten a big push because they're getting closer to the beta for the multiplayer, or the multiplayer release date for that. So more and more people are buying Stardew Valley, and of course it's cheap, but being 40 bucks, good price. You get a lot of content with all 3 games, digital only. So yeah, people were kind of forced into buying it if they wanted the game. If they want it, they're kind of forced into buying it digital. But I purchased a copy myself, and I think it's a fantastic value, great package when it comes to it. And each game actually offers something quite a bit different in a Naruto experience. The first one necessarily isn't the best for multiplayer because there is no online multiplayer, there's only local, but the single player has a lot of unique elements to it, while 2 kind of expands upon that, but then also adds in more online play. Then 3 kind of rounds out everything and shapes up the package nicely with the multiplayer in addition to the single player as well. So there's a lot of great content in those 3 games, and it's showing as players are going to the eShop and snapping it up. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me, does this mean we're going to get Dragon Ball FighterZ and the other stuff from Bandai Namco? And I will say absolutely, and I even combine that by saying that Bandai Namco themselves said that they weren't sure that the Nintendo Switch was going to sell. They didn't know it was going to take off as fast as it did, and they're putting more resources into developing Nintendo Switch games. So I would expect a lot of the titles that you saw on PS4 and Xbox One that have came out in the past year, mainly with 2018 being a big year for Bandai Namco already, with Dragon Ball FighterZ, Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet, and just various different games that they've released. Expect a lot more to come over. Stuff like Little Nightmares is also coming over, which they published. I'm not sure if Bandai Namco is publishing that one on the Switch eShop, but either way, they did publish that game originally. That's coming over this May. Obviously, Naruto's doing really well, so expect announcements for Dragon Ball FighterZ, expect announcements for Sword Art Online. That's what I would think, at least by, I would say, Tokyo Game Show. That's what I'm thinking, that these games could be announced, or even earlier than that. We have E3 coming up. There's always Nintendo Directs that could drop in between then. So between Nintendo Direct, E3, or even Tokyo Game Show, I would expect more Bandai Namco titles that launch on the PS4 and Xbox One to be announced for the Nintendo Switch. And the Switch version is doing well because there is one thing that the Switch can do that other systems can't when it comes to high quality home console gaming, is that you can play that any way that you want, and that is very valuable for many people out there. So what do you guys think about Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm climbing up to number 2 on the eShop charts? What do you think about potential Bandai Namco support after that, based on the sales that we've seen from games like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and also Naruto now and more? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, now moving into the next topic here. The Fairune Collection launches on May 17th on the Nintendo Switch, and once again, May is just the month to release independent games and bigger titles. So this includes Fairune, Fairune 2, Fairune Origin, and Fairune Blast. So you get a lot of Fairune there with this collection. So the Fairune Collection will launch for the Nintendo Switch via the Nintendo eShop and PC via Steam on May 17th for $9.99, publisher Fly High Works announced. Pre-orders will open on May 10th and include a 10% discount on a game that's already super cheap. So Fairune Collection will include Fairune, Fairune 2, Fairune Origin, and Fairune Blast like we talked about here, but I wanted to get into the overview of the game because you are getting a ton of games for very, very cheap. So here are the key features. Fairune and Fairune 2 have a redesigned user interface. for the Nintendo Switch and PC. Explore, solve puzzles, level up, and fight monsters on your journeys. Simple controls make it accessible to all players ready for adventure. Fairune Origin and Fairune Blast make their console debut and bring the game total to 4. Retro 8-bit style visuals designed for the modern era. Perfect for headphones with a catchy chip-tuned soundtrack. So this is going to be one of those games, if you want value when it comes to it, you just want to play some easy-to-play action games, adventure with some RPG elements in there, battle it out, play for a bit, then put it back down. Probably portable mode would be the best for this style of game. Then the Fairune collection is for you. Now remember guys, this is by the same developers who have done Kamiko, the same kind of developers, the same type of style. So if you like Kamiko, you might like these games. And these games originally launched on the Nintendo 3DS, and they were pretty good there. Everyone thought that they were pretty good, so they're coming over to Nintendo Switch, but with ultimate value, as you're getting 4 games for $10, which is absolutely amazing. And like I did state, the games are pretty good from what I've seen if you're just looking for a simple action adventure RPG style of game. So awesome stuff to see here. I love the value coming over to Nintendo Switch eShop. I was just checking it out today because I was downloading Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Shout outs to Nintendo for getting me a review code on that one. And I just saw like the breadth of different games, a bunch of stuff that I've never even reported on coming to the Switch eShop, and just people just picking up whatever they feel like. So it's great to see the variety. It's great to see how many titles are coming, and this is exactly what I wanted when it comes to Nintendo Switch, is a consistent flow of titles. Doesn't have to be the biggest games every single time. I already knew third-party developers, when it comes to bigger ones, aren't going to necessarily flood the eShop and flood the Switch with stuff early on. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I just wanted to see consistency with the titles, which we didn't get with the Wii U, and to a degree with the Nintendo 3DS as well, and we're seeing that on the Nintendo Switch with more consistency. So what do you guys think about the Fairune collection? Have you played the games before? Do you plan on picking it up on the Nintendo Switch or the PC? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, now moving on to the last title here. Smoke and Sacrifice launches on May 31st for the Nintendo Switch and PC. We got more Switch and PC action going on here. However, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions will come in 2018. Now, I covered this game before, and this title actually looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get into it, give you guys a little bit of a refresher, or if you missed the video, I definitely want you guys to check this one out here. So, Smoke and Sacrifice, the February announced hand-illustrated survival RPG from London-based developer Solar Snail Games, will launch for the Nintendo Switch and the PC on May 31st. Another May game for $24.99 with a 20% launch discount for the first 2 weeks of sale. Publisher Curve Digital has announced. Now, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions will come later in 2018, although we don't have an exact date for those. And here's a little bit of an overview of the game. So, Smoke and Sacrifice is an open-world, narrative-driven RPG where exploiting living ecosystems is the key to your survival. Craft, fight, survive, and explore the huge open world in this beautifully hand-painted gothic adventure where every character has their tale to tell. Sachi's home is the one tiny patch of fertile land which remains in an icy wasteland of a world. Her farming community thrives thanks to their devotion to the blazing sun tree, which replaces the lost light of the failed sun. After sacrificing her firstborn child to the sun tree, Sachi discovers a darker secret beneath the aura of the benevolence. She will discover the truth hidden in the secret underworld or perish in its swirling deadly smoke. With the odds stacked against her, strange creatures challenging her every step, and the ever-looming smoke waiting to steal life and memory, will Sachi ever discover the truth of what happened to her son? So awesome stuff here, and kind of reminds me of what might happen like when the sun dies at some point, the supernova of the sun. Who knows? I mean, at that point, that's going to be a long time from now. But anyway, I mean, pretty cool premise. And I talked about this game before. I thought it was pretty cool. They're coming to Switch and PC first, so they're definitely prioritizing the Nintendo Switch version of the game because they think most people are probably going to want to play it on there for this style. I like survival RPG types of games. That's one of the games that I think that we should get more of, the survival RPG. This one's looking pretty cool, and I know for a fact I'm definitely going to try it out, although it's May. So I don't know when I'm going to try it out, but May just has so many different titles, independent games, bigger titles. Everything is kind of going down in May before the big month of June with E3. I think a lot of developers just want to get their game out in the first half of this year. So I'm excited to see all the games that are coming. I'm excited to check out this one here with Smoke and Sacrifice. I think there's a lot more to the story. It seems like it's going to be pretty cool. cool. And Curve Digital, they've done some great stuff on the Wii U. They did some great stuff on the 3DS, and they've continued it a bit with FOMA and some different stuff on the Switch already. So they've been a great publisher for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo platforms, and I think that they're going to have a good game in their hands with this one as well. So what do you guys think about Smoke and Sacrifice in addition to the Fairune collection, and of course Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm, top in the eShop charts, almost getting to number 1, number 2 there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace!